So I found Hassan Picker, whatever, his Twitter recently, and also apparently he has a YouTube channel separate from the Young Turks too, so I took the liberty of looking at that. For those of you who don't know and are unaware, Picker, Hassan is Cenk Uyghur's nephew, I think? Thank God I did find this, by the way, because it is a delightful trip. We all know how much I enjoy Twitter shitstorms and YouTube responses, and I don't get to do this very often, but when I do, we're gonna make an event out of it. My time has come, ladies and gentlemen. Your favorite cave beast Weebo versus pretty boy Picker with his fancy diddle stash getting all up in Pewdiepie shenanigans. Let's grab some hot takes from the highlight reel and spice them up with my commentary a little bit. It's my time to shine. My white knight armor for Pewdiepie is about to come out of the closet, but first, an intro sequence.
You really trying to find flaws in PewDiePie's channels he likes? Flaws don't equal the entirety of their content? What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, dude. What are you talking about? I, Hessian Nosepicker of the Young Turks, am not trying to find flaws in PewDiePie's content. None at all whatsoever. I am not looking to nitpick one of the 28 other creators that he shouted out in a video via checking out the description of their videos and or reading into snippet clips of jokes in a 40-minute video review about, say, the Death Note. No, of course not. Give me a break.
The largest fucking YouTuber on the planet made a video that got 7 million views in 7 hours. The first fucking channel that he shouted out that's like relatively normal but still is related to like a fucking Holocaust denier's channel has risen from 14,000 subs at the time of the video to 61,000 subs, showing you that how powerful fucking PewDiePie's shoutouts are. One of the other channels that he shouted out was a channel called E:R, a channel that has a video that literally features 20 minutes, or not 20, sorry, 4 minutes of uninterrupted footage from a speech Hitler gave.
Look at Harold Peter of the Young Turks laying out the news like it is to us. He is truly the most based twit thought I have ever met or had the pleasure to view.
Hitler gave from a content creator that has talked about red pilling his friends about the Jewish question.
Look, man, it's only a big problem if you're trying to keep said question on the D-low. For all of the knuckleheads in the audience clutching their pearls at that joke, it was a joke. Alright?
Yeah, that seems like a fucking big problem, especially if the majority of his fans are like 14-year-old kids.
You know, I thought we were 9 years old. We really need to sort out how old we are at this point, us PewDiePie fans. This is getting freaking ridiculous, man.
We're gonna go over to this fucking channel and start watching this guy's like cartoon videos, this guy's anime videos.
Havan Petter of the Young Turks, you have a lot more faith in the carryover of 14-year-old wins to the suggestion of a 17+ minute video about 28 separate endorsements of other channels that anyone I have ever met in my entire life. Let's be honest.
From what I've seen thus far, writes essays, long, comprehensive video essays. He has an interest in red-pilling people and turning them over to Nazism or to fascist ideology.
Well, Henrietta Pinkie Pie of the YouTube channel The Young Turks, I searched high and low for this video that you're responding to, and I couldn't find it on this channel, unfortunately. But fortunately, I could find it mirrored on another YouTube channel, and this is the first 20 seconds of said video.
Steven Universe is shit. I suppose I should support my claim, but it's just too depressing how terrible this show is.
Bitch, I will
I've slogged through all of it too, every cringy, mind-numbing, spirit-rending minute of it.
This video is in fact a Steven Universe review. And it takes the utter piss out of Steven Universe, if I do say so myself. Yes, I watched the entire video. But Christ almighty, Hadrian, pipe cleaner of the Young Turks, you need to take a chill pill. The only thing ER is necessarily guilty of is being extra woke with a side of hyper aware. You guys seriously though should check it out. It is just the right combination of spicy, edgy, and sassy. It's linked in the description, so. Anyway, the only thing that ER is guilty of red pilling are people on the Steven Universe question with, say, extra information on the infamous David Remmer and John Money gender reassignment controversy that is so famous. Look it up, it's actually quite fucked up. And then lastly, he disses Steven Universe for essentially being what is a botched anime wannabe television series on Cartoon Network. It took me a whole 25 minutes to get to that part of the video with the Hitler speech that you were talking about, Habba Pabba, of the Young Turks, and you and I both know, we both know, as YouTubers, or people who are present on this platform at least, that audience attention span usually clocks out at well before the 75% complete threshold of a video. If a speech at the very end of a Steven Universe review is what's going to red pill people and bring them over to this Nazi regime, then I gotta tell you, the Nazis are not getting our best. They're just not. I don't think that ER is into the Nazi stuff. I think he just really hates Steven Universe. Like, hates it enough to connect Steven Universe to Hitler and the Third Reich. Hates it. I mean, that's some pretty passionate hatred, I'll grant you, but people can feel that.
How do you think this will play out when PewDiePie hypes this guy's fucking channel?
Well, for one, I think that the masses of 14-year-olds flocking over to ER's channel will get the joke, and I also think that it's really sad that you can't, or just blatantly choose not to. Either way, it's kind of sad.
Do you not think that that is insanely irresponsible?
It probably is on some level, but to that I would ask, who are these concerned parents that are not monitoring their 14-year-old child's internet usage and history? I mean, how about neuropaleontology of the Young Turks? You gotta understand that's like 76 million pairs of parents of 14-year-old children that are letting their kids essentially watch a YouTube channel that is endorsing a YouTube channel that had since deleted a 29-minute video review of Steven Universe that had 4 minutes of English dub Hitler speeches over a slow zooming picture of a shadow of Steven from the show with random footage of stuff playing in what would be the positive space of Steven's face had it been there.
Do you not think that that is insanely irresponsible?
Or, even better, how about you, who was on Twitch talking about said YouTuber who endorsed a YouTube channel that you're referencing over on Twitch, I specified earlier, to your tens of thousand followers, a channel that has since deleted a 29-minute video review of Steven Universe that had a 4-minute English dubbed Hitler speech over a slow zooming picture on a shadow of Steven from the show with random footage of stuff playing in what would be the positive space of Steven's face. Have you not heard of the Streisand effect?
Do you not think that that is insanely irresponsible?
Christ, we're not even 2 minutes into this video. I'm gonna die.
Like, what do you think is gonna happen to those children when they fucking grow up?
You know, this is entirely speculation, but they'll probably go through puberty, grow up, graduate high school, go to college, graduate college, get jobs, have a family, grow old, and die. That's kind of typical.
It's possible PewDiePie hasn't seen this. That's really interesting because apparently the video he shouted out in his fucking video has the description that is fairly indistinguishable because he fucking went onto his channel and wrote this. Where is it? The Last Death Note.
Like in a textbook or...
This is the video. Okay, this is the video that PewDiePie greatly enjoyed.
Remember when...
You really trying to find flaws in PewDiePie's channels he likes? Flaws don't equal the entirety of their content? What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Because commenting on videos obviously is a reigning endorsement of the content of the description, you know, that thing that no one ever reads. I know that because I only ever read the comments when I'm trying to find sources for a gotcha moment in a response video to somebody Not, say, when I'm enjoying a mother flippin' Death Note review.
The truth about why this took so long is because I thought it was funny to call Black L N-word lit throughout all of my recordings, obviously because it was an ingenious pun on lawlet, pronounced lawlet. I eventually got through my thick fucking skull that YouTube's looking for any reason, so I redid all the audio to erase my speech crime, but then I got bored and put the project on pause. Now I'm going to finish it.
Congratulations, you've identified an internet edgelord on the internet of all places. Here, have a Jaffa cookie. Wow was again Heinemann period of the Young Turks.
His Gab account is also on here, and he fucking calls his Patreon the Shameless Shekel Shakedown.
This is what happens, kids, when you drink too much soy lattes in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, take note. You forget to laugh.
Wait, oh, what is that? Oh, that's a note from Pewdiepie. Now I'm excited to watch, now I'm excited for Death Note 2, just for another video like this one. Got him!
Hickory Placenta of the Young Turks is by far the world's greatest detective, don't you know? Where are my straws? I must grasp them for to symbol.
I wonder what that is, dude. Hey, PewDiePie probably has no idea what this guy is about, dude. You know what? 3 months ago, he wasn't watching his fucking videos, and he probably had no fucking clue, dude. He was just like in it for the memes, dog. He was just in it for the memes, dude.
I believe this is what they call an insinuation of guilt based on happenstance. Guilt by association. Now, I do need to put something into perspective for you, ladies and gentlemen. Heinrich Pennywise of the Young Turks here is what we in the business call a socio-political Einstein. Yes, indeed. You see, he is so woke on issues, so informed, so on par, to use a golf term.
Like, I don't think he's doing the fucking white supremacist emoji or whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter.
Genius. A man of true substance and information. For those of you who might have missed it, Heimler Pitoff of the Young Turks just referenced what we in the business call a white power symbol. It looks like this, and it is 100% inconspicuous, and absolutely not a meme meant to make fun of internet intellectuals who don't have enough brain cells to rub together to spark a fire.
Is the fact that he also makes a fucking Heather Heyer reference in here, and like jokes about Heather Heyer being killed by a Nazi.
Yeah, near the end he shows footage of the off-terrain incident in question, but doesn't directly mention it per se. He more alludes to it while talking about the rules of the Death Note in a sense, which makes sense considering he is reviewing the Death Note. Even still, had no one said anything, at least to me, about it, I wouldn't have known that this is what the footage was of. But you said something. So now that I know, whose fault is this really? That's a nitpick, certainly, but the real point here that I care about is that while Haribo Penwell of the Young Turks is getting on his self-righteous high horse about a reference that's in poor taste, he thinks himself morally above all the other people out there who found the reference to be of its intended emotion, which was funny. Remember, kids, humor is subjective, don't you know? I've laughed at a lot of really questionable things of questionable substance in my lifetime, and that doesn't make me a Nazi, or anything for that matter. It just means that I have a sense of humor that is mine and mine alone. And the same goes for pretty much everyone. But I guess here we are, current year 2018, soon to be 2019. So now, kids, you are going to watch me watch Hamlet Picard of the Young Turks watch PewDiePie's review of ER as a creator. 7:01.
A couple days, but he's super underrated guy, super talented. I don't know what to call it, mixer, editor, I don't know. We also have ER, who does great video essays about, he did one on Death Note, which I really enjoyed. Next up,
those 6 seconds were a hell of an endorsement, man. Warranting a whole 18-minute Twitch analysis and spawning a whole new Reich of Adpocalypse, why don't ya?
Oh, come on, dude.
A+ analysis there, Henrietta, picture frame. You really have gotten to the heart of the issue now, haven't you? Stunning and brave, stunning and brave. That's right, stunning and brave. So, now kids, you're going to watch me watch Harrison Pitter-Patter of the Young Turks watch ER's review after having watched the Death Note. It's a bit of a long clip, but we'll get through it, no worries. Let's see, 7:19. Ready?
What?
Death Note had this rule. In the occasion where the cause of death is possible but the situation is not, only the cause of death will take effect for that victim. If both the cause and the situation are impossible, that victim will die of a heart attack. So, for example, say you write the name of a woman and that she will die by being struck by a car. However, there's too much shit in the way for a car to hit her. Because the situation is impossible, and thus the cause of death as well, the woman would die of a heart attack. Deathflix didn't get far enough into reading the rules on the Wikia page.
I see. That was the most toxic Nazi propaganda that I have ever witnessed in my entire lifetime, and I am including all of Hitler's speeches, also Mein Kampf, which, by the way, my high school had. Does that make my high school Nazi endorsed? Or the other way around? Is my high school endorsing Nazi propaganda? Oh, you know what? I'll figure it out later. I'll call them and ask, see what they think. But that was so much worse than the 4 minutes of English dub Hitler's speech, and that's what matters, kids. That's what matters.
Oh, that's Heather Heyer. Like that's the footage you used from the.
But the funny part is, guess who just streamed it on Twitch and posted it to YouTube for all of their 21,000 14-year-old subscribers and 16,000 followers to see? You got it. That's right. You know it. Harrison Porg of the Young Turks. You know it. Strikes me as funny. You and Pew have both intended to put this YouTuber on blast in various different ways to the world, but for vastly different reasons and with vastly different understandings of who exactly it was you were putting on blast.
I'm glad that PewDiePie really enjoyed it, though. I'm glad that it caused him a lot of entertainment. Thanks, PewDiePie.
We know what you're doing here, Heather Panini of the Young Turks. You're changing the context of Pew's comment to fit a narrative of, oh, Pew's laughed at the death of this woman who was killed by Nazis. When in fact, any idiot can see that the clip in question is 6 seconds of footage. Literally, if you looked away from your screen for any reason at all, you would have probably missed that segment. And who's to say that Pewds even knew that that was footage of that specific incident? I didn't, and I actually live in the United States. Pewds does not. But the point here that I'm making is that Mr. Know-It-All, Holly Poppycock of the Young Turks, you are reading into a situation that quite frankly no one would have given a second thought to otherwise. You have alerted the media. You have sounded the horns. You have lit the beacons. And sir, it will be you who has caused the fall of Gondor.
And I like Steven Universe. I think Steven Universe is fucking great.
Now we know why you are so butthurt, Hazel Pastrami of the Young Turks.
What do you guys think he's referencing here?
Jews. But then this is on his backup channel, which you didn't even know about until someone else told you about it first. So I mean, since you, who have been painstakingly combing through this guy's archive of videos in an effort to have a gotcha moment on stream, didn't even know about it, how could Pewds have also known about it? If I'm being truly anal about this, you've shown about 1,000% more anti-Semitic content from this specific creator to your entire audience than PewDiePie did at all in his entire 17-minute video.
Dude. Holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck, dude.
You see, where Helga Pinguin of the Young Turks sees a dog whistle, most people, including me, see an edgy meme, but that's just open and liberal-minded satiricism of myself and others. Now the rest of this is just him reading the comments, nothing at all to do with PewDiePie per se, but you get the picture, don't you? Yeah, you can watch the rest of this video in full. It's linked in the description if you would like to see it. I think it's also on Twitch too, although I don't know much about Twitch, so I don't know how long it's gonna be up there, so I didn't link it, but it's on Twitch too. You can go find it. We have one last thing that we gotta do. One last thing, and it's a doozy. To round this whole thing off, we shall end this video on a high note, quite literally, by reading off of Twitter all of Hassan Peker of the Young Turks' tweet responses to PewDiePie's video response to the MSM response to PewDiePie's endorsement of an anime review channel. Savvy. We shall be reading these tweets to a lovely tune called Nasid I Zafir Marsim. I think I pronounced that right, but I have no idea. It's an Ottoman military march, which is so fitting since, as I've pointed out multiple times in this video, Hassan Peker is a member of the Young Turks, a YouTube channel that just so happens to share a name with a group of Turkish nationalists who were responsible for the Armenian genocide. But now, for those of you who are unaware, the Armenian genocide was not a bundle of roses and peppermint. No siree. No, not at all. For those of you who do not know, the Armenian genocide was the Young Turk government's systematic extermination of its Armenian subjects. An estimated 1.5 million people were killed during this time, keeping that unfortunate yet unavoidable connection in mind that the Young Turks have to the Young Turks. I do hope that you enjoy the beautiful sounds of oppression, hypocrisy, genocide, playing in your ears as I read these lovely feet that have found themselves so generally nestled inside of Hassan Peker's own mouth. Enjoy. Hey PewDiePie, I'm sure feeling like you're under the crosshairs is terrible, but for someone who claims to be misrepresented, you sure misrepresented a lot of claims made. I didn't read all the articles, but I'm fairly certain most people were pointing out how irresponsible you are. Which, ironically, is something you admitted to. Great, and edited out the shout-out in the previous video. Acknowledge that creator was bad, only to shout out the creator twice in this one. I'm no apology expert like yourself, but this seems like a double oopsie. In the end of the day, I get wanting to be edgy and I get being imperfect, but using your followers to go out and do your bidding after misrepresenting the claims really is no different than what you accused the Wall Street Journal of doing, isn't it? Also, the livestream PewDiePie defended a couple weeks ago for hosting controversial hosts, Nazis, showed a lot of tolerance on the subject. I get it, it's a live stream, people love to be edgy and shit. Just know the company you keep and what side of history you're on. A lot of anti-SJW YouTube has essentially become much bigger crybabies than the SJWs they started off shitting on. Crying about media left and right, misrepresenting claims, coordinated attacks you once rightfully accused some journalists of doing. Good job, guys. Now, if you like what I'm doing here, feel free to check out the links in the description to my Amazon, my Patreon, and Teespring store. If maybe you don't like me that much, totally fine. You can always like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel for more. Also, don't forget to hit that bell so that you actually get notified because YouTube hates everyone, including me. If maybe you want to see more of me in a different capacity, I do an RPG-esque stream show every Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Makarov with Morscar's channel called Side Quest. The last episode of the season will be this Monday, so be there or be square. And I also do a bi-weekly stream about the news with segments for advice, call-ins, fanfictions, read-throughs, and more. Sundays and Wednesdays from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Some Dumb Americans channel called Two Girls, One Stream. Links to both of their channels down below.